Welcome to day 19, Sanctuary, Home, and Sacred Community. That's our mantra. So when you're going throughout your day, this is a different way of looking at life. It's a different way of looking at the people that you wake up with, the people you work with, the people you may not know in your community, but will start knowing. Maybe. If you start thinking with this larger vision. And I'm going to show you some examples of people who do this, but let's just have that top of mind today. And maybe this is part of the imagination. Maybe what we need to be doing is saying, how can I make my home more of a sanctuary? It's not just what's inside, it's everything around it, right? So let me show you some things that might actually inspire you a little bit. I'm going to start with just a few slides that I had created. And I do want to acknowledge something. I'm in Santa Monica right now. Today is January 22nd, 2025. On January 7th, 2025, the Pacific Palisades fire started. The Eaton fire started in Altadena, and these communities were really burnt to the ground. We saw that in, I believe it was August of 2023, when Lahaina was burnt to the ground. And these communities are now going to have to rebuild. And I did create a slideshow, a PowerPoint presentation for Lahaina that's now sadly applicable for Pacific Palisades and Altadena as well. But I would say for all of us, why not start looking at our communities now? Find ways that we can make our community work with nature a little bit better, because when we do that, we are conserving water. We are making our area more fireproof. I don't want us to think about just natural disasters. We're also making it more of an Eden. We are creating more of a sanctuary for ourselves. So I want to show you some examples of people who are creating sanctuaries, and then I'll show you my prayer for Lahaina. So one of the things that someone who was thinking bigger about sanctuary, home, and sacred communities, she was with her life partner in Las Vegas, and they began helping schools take out that carpet of grass. They left a green, grassy playing field for kickball and stuff like that. They planted school gardens, and they were saving literally millions and millions. It's probably in the hundreds of millions. They have so many schools now. Gallons of water each year. That saves money on water costs. That conserves water. This is a desert. They need to conserve water. And look how happy the kids are learning in outdoor learning gardens and also learning how to cook healthy meals. The next one I'm going to show you, when I took a tour of it, I think I might have already told you about Alice Waters' project, The Edible Schoolyard. You know, I was taken around by a 12-year-old girl, and I asked her what her favorite thing to eat was. She said kale pesto. What kid says that? It's not going to happen unless the kid grows their own food and understands there's such a difference between, organic, freshly grown food and maybe what you might get in a food desert, or conventionally grown food that might be picked before it's ripe. So here's another project. And again, this is someone who was thinking more about sacred community. Here's Ron Finley's project. He says growing your own food is like printing your own money. And he's been helping schools in South Central grow their own food. It's not easy to do, right? You have to go in with the school district and convince them to get rid of oftentimes asphalt. Not just grassy fields, asphalt, and put in student learning gardens. Also, again, all these people have websites. Ron Finley, the Edible Schoolyard as well. I think the Edible Schoolyard, there's Ron Finley project. There's the Edible Schoolyard Project. The other one was Green Our Planet. So you can Google all these as well. Now, another thing I wanted to show you then was also my prayer for Lahaina, but it's my prayer for Altadena. It's my prayer for Pacific Palisades. It's my prayer for your community too. So, can we come together with kind of like what we were talking about when we were looking at Synergia Ranch? Why not have the greatest minds telling us how we can better work with nature in our communities and create sanctuaries, create places where we can breathe fresh air instead of car exhaust fumes? Every single day I've been getting air quality alerts, and we're also concerned about our water quality here in Santa Monica right now. Clearly, we need to fix that, right? But not just because this is a community that is suffering from an extreme natural disaster. A lot of us are in our communities, and we probably are smelling more car pollution than we need to. And there are communities that are showing us that this isn't necessarily the way life has to be. Like Amsterdam, like Paris, like even Santa Monica, that is shifting over and out of car culture and into shared roads. So may the land and soil heal. May the native plants return. A lot of the reason, we talk about in the Palisades fire, we talk about, high winds. We talk about it being bone dry. We also talk about some of the reservoirs being offline. But what we're not talking about is it's a Mediterranean, very dry Mediterranean climate. Why are all these homeowners with lawns like they live in Ireland, right? How much water is being wasted on that? And since we have multiple states draining the Colorado River, that larger vision is helping us. Let's think 7 generations out, that our sacred community can work with nature, not just for a better Eden for us personally today, but for 7 generations to come. May the oceans be healthy and clean, and may the sea creatures thrive. May the air be clean and transportation be sustainable. So that's my prayer. Also, organic community gardens and school gardens, clean, renewable power that's appropriate for the area. And these are some of the experts that can help. You can email us at info@nataliepace.com. You can visit earthgratitude.org. That is where we have a free docuseries, a 5-part docuseries. So it's free. So please start watching it. Just click right there. You can get our docuseries access and watch it on Food and Soil. All these things are going to help your community. Kids, these are inspiring projects from around the world. Animals and conservation, clean energy and everyday sustainability, and of course, the power of gratitude. So today, when you are thinking sacred home, sanctuary home, and sacred community, if you're thinking that all day long with your journal handy, and maybe take a walk in your neighborhood. I'm not seeing enough trees, and these trees that I'm seeing might be fire risks. Maybe I should be addressing that in my city council meeting. If you take a walk and your city is car culture, but yet you could theoretically walk and go get some groceries, you're going to smell a lot of car exhaust fumes. So is there a way where you can create more walkable or bikeable neighborhoods that's going to be healthier, not just respiration health, but also reduces obesity, gets you moving? So let's start thinking bigger. And what kind of amazing ideas are you going to come up with for your community? And who wants to help you with it? You're going to start attracting others that love your vision. May you become the John Polk Allen of your neighborhood, Synergia Ranch creator who also co-created Biosphere with his team, with his community that he built. Okay, I will see you tomorrow, and thank you again for joining me.